Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is very exciting. We're going to be demystifying a very common term that you see in the newspapers and all over the media, and that term is blockchain. Of course, what you hear in the news is all about cryptocurrency, the latest being Dogecoin, promoted by none other than Mr. Elon Musk. But where did all of this begin? And what is its relevance today? I'm going to be explaining use cases which are relevant in the smart mobility solutions business, which is also an exciting area which is upcoming the world over, including India. So let's dive in. Blockchain for smart mobility solutions. So first, let's take some time to understand blockchain in itself, the history and what it is. Just a high level overview so that we can discuss the use cases. So in 2008, just bang in the middle of the financial crisis, a brilliant inventor or a group of inventors, we do not know, still remains a mystery, but the name of that inventor was Satoshi Nakamoto. So Nakamoto-san invented a public ledger to transact what he called as cryptocurrency. And the term they used for cryptocurrency was Bitcoin. So that was the birth of what we call today as blockchain technology or blockchain platform. The first invention was to create a cryptocurrency. And why did he feel the need, or the team behind cryptocurrency feel the need? Because the 2008 financial crisis again brought out the issues we face, the economic issues that we face because of a meltdown in the financial markets. And the meltdown in the financial markets was broadly because of many manipulations and pseudo schemes which were floated in the money markets, right? Now, the bubbles which was caused in the financial market burst by the housing loan bubble in the US, and this led to worldwide domino effect of the negative aspects of the finance coming down in every single country, the economy going down. So this took away many jobs, and a lot of negative outcomes is what happened post 2008. So this, everybody believes, is a key motivation of building cryptocurrency and the emergence of blockchain technology. So the money that we use today is called as fiat money. This was an invention by the various central banks and governments in the world in order to provide a legal tender for exchange of economic value. And this money which is printed primarily by central banks of every country, and the logic of printing money is standardized. However, each government can manipulate the money markets based on their strategy, both internal as well as external geopolitical strategy. So Bitcoin tries to overcome or tries to bring a new version of economic exchange, of creating economic value through the digital platforms of the world, which can be borderless. So this was a motivation of Satoshi Nakamoto-san. So the invention in 2009 was cryptocurrency, and this cryptocurrency was called as Bitcoin. And the platform at that point was offering a public transaction ledger in order to keep this particular cryptocurrency in record, in digital record. So there were two aspects which were unique to the blockchain platform or the cryptocurrency platform, and that was, number one, the transactions were immutable transactions, which means that it was almost impossible to edit a particular transaction record. In the normal accounting ledger, the debit and credit can easily be manipulated by going back in time. Whereas in a blockchain based system, this is almost impossible. It's almost impossible to edit and therefore immutable. That is the first differentiating aspect of the transaction record within a blockchain. And second was, this required distributed computing. It was not centralized computing, but distributed computing. That means computing resources can be spread across a very wide global platform and located anywhere in the world as long as they are speaking to one another. And there is no specific computing resource which takes the primary function. And the platform is working because there is a peer-to-peer connectivity between all the computing resources that are performing the functions on a blockchain platform. Now, what exactly is a blockchain? So, within a blockchain, broadly speaking, there are four things which go into making a particular blockchain. One is the hash function, which is a kind of encryption. Second is the timestamp, which bears a record when exactly the transaction occurred. Third is the root function, which has the history of all the transaction histories of forming that particular blockchain. And what is called as nonce, which is a term created to represent number only used once, nonce. And this is what people are mining. And when the miners are successfully finding a unique number, then they are rewarded with a cryptocurrency, a unit of a cryptocurrency, like a Bitcoin. So these blocks are connected to each other through a peer-to-peer architecture, and that is the core of blockchain. So now that we are having a good understanding or overview of what blockchain is, how can we use this apart from cryptocurrencies? Now, this particular technology and thought process of blockchain can be used to create what are known as smart contracts. And these smart contracts make it possible to apply across market verticals for use cases where a transaction can take place without an intermediary. And a transaction can occur as long as a certain condition or a set of conditions are met without an intermediary. And these transactions cannot be tampered because this is all being conducted using this very complex and advanced encryption which is available within the blockchain platform and the blockchain technology architecture. So let's understand how can we use blockchain for smart mobility solutions. So you can see here today a connected car which is manufactured in the factory of an original equipment manufacturer, right? Any global brand for that matter. So as soon as the car is born or the automobile is born on the shop floor, at the end of line, there is a vehicle identification number assigned to the vehicle. So this is where it all can begin. So the VIN number, vehicle identification number itself, is a starting point of creating a blockchain record. And from the VIN number, once the vehicle is sent to the dealership, and at the dealership, before the vehicle is sold, it is registered, vehicle registration number. So the VRN is now tied to the VIN. And then once the vehicle is registered, the sale transaction, the sale register can be booked against the same VRN as well as the same vehicle identification number. So all these transaction records sit within the same blockchain platform. Now, once the sale register is done, the customer is using it, the vehicle is being used, and therein comes the service register, the vehicle service register, first service, second service, so on and so forth. So this is again tied in to the same blockchain record. And then you can also have mileage history. What is the actual mileage ever since the car was manufactured or the automobile was manufactured? And this record can again cannot be tampered because we are using the blockchain technology. And then suppose a vehicle is sold to the second buyer, then we have a second sale record and everything pertaining to the second sale. Who was the buyer, who was the seller? Of course, from the first sale itself, we can record the vehicle insurance details. Every time the vehicle is renewed, the motor vehicle insurance is renewed, which was the insurance company that offered the insurance, and were there any claims? All of these records can be kept within the same blockchain record of a particular automobile. And then it can also be connected to the FASTag, and FASTag amount of FASTag or automatic toll across the National Highway of India can be paid, and the amount of toll paid by a particular vehicle, that record is always available, and the payment transaction to pay the toll can also be done in an automated manner using the blockchain payment module of that particular vehicle or the vehicle owner. And then one can also bring about use cases with regards to smart charging if it is an electric vehicle or a plug-in electric vehicle. And smart charging is useful within an environment where the distance to empty and the state of health of the battery of an electric vehicle can be measured using the navigation app, and the records of the navigation app can be encrypted on the blockchain platform. So intelligence can come in using the connected car applications, and those connected car applications can be interacting with the blockchain in the backend, providing us a seamless smart charging experience to the customer. Not only is smart charging possible wherein the customer is getting the vehicle charged, but also is making the payment transaction automatically using the blockchain platform depending on how much power was utilized to charge the car or the vehicle. And then similarly, smart parking. In order to enable smart parking within a smart city environment, this is also possible using the connected car app, and the connected car app interacting seamlessly in a blockchain environment. So as you can see, for smart mobility solutions, smart contracts based on the blockchain technology can be very useful in order to eliminate vehicle fraud, in order to eliminate insurance fraud, in order to make sure that the owner of the vehicle and the entire ecosystem of smart mobility solutions is having a very secure and quick transaction without any intermediaries. This overcomes creating of the record, duplicating the record every time in different databases, and that is the beauty, or that is the advantage of using peer-to-peer computing of blockchain platforms. So I hope this was interesting. Of course, we have just touched the tip of the iceberg of what is possible within the world of blockchain, but I believe that digital currency is only the beginning of blockchain technology and not the end of it. We will see several use cases of blockchain, such as the one that I illustrated with reference to smart mobility solutions, as we move forward. There are many companies around the world which are already experimenting and running pilot projects on these use cases, and I'm sure we will see quite a bit of these applications in India as well in years to come. Thank you.